All right. Let's get going. And yes, I'm still stuck on the doggone page. But not for long, hopefully. Um, we just have to do some like scuffed up stuff on characters, the walls, and finish out the masking, and then we'll be good to go. Keyword. Hope. Okay. So, speaking of which, let's go ahead and start with the barrel here. And yeah, we're just gonna honestly doing these little details as well really helps. Even while the game is on. I don't give a crap about no game. But for real, I didn't even bother watching the Super Bowl this year. Actually, I haven't really bothered watching it in years, honestly. Just whatever. Can watch both? Heck yeah. Also today, we're back to the old reliable. We're listening to some classic Slift. Which, man oh man, if you ever get into making comics, you make the kind of comics that need a little bit of energy to them, you can't go wrong with Slift. Heck, my brother once thumbnailed something like 150 pages in 3 days to Slift. That stuff, man, that stuff is hard. I don't know how much we're gonna get done today. Not sure. Oh yeah, I need to do counter thing. She's not flawed. So this gives a bit more presence and volume to there. I'm gonna have to clean this up. I'm gonna have to clean this up, man. Let's talk about it. Honestly, I'm not crazy about this panel, her hair, especially in this panel, but Yeah, I want to be done with this page. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna clean that up, and then I wanna make sure that this. We're gonna pretend this. Gonna pretend. It's not the worst. That and then. That's the one. This is all gonna be dark, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, same with the stack wall. Only thing is her head's a little bit easier, but it's not bad. Okay. Okay, now let me do this. And the way we're gonna do this to make it easy is I want to select this. So I want this and this. Go here, select from layer. That. I think that this should work. I'll have to that. Let's see. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, there we go. Got it. That's fine. Yeah. Over here. I didn't do the stairs. Right, dang it. Also need to finish these stairs actually. Okay. Always more when there's all these backgrounds we don't. Always more to be done. Okay. So let's grab ourselves curved door. Okay. So I only need to do that stair and that stair. Nice. There we go. Okay. Go and turn that off. And now let's go ahead and go. And now, this I can also do the hatching here. It's kind of interesting because I've found that hatching, no, not cross-hatching, works particularly well for color. But cross-hatching is a lot more challenging to make it look good for color. Cross-hatching in general is a technique that I've never really gelled with. I don't know. It just feels kind of superfluous and always feels artificial. I understand the point of it. The point of hatching cross hatching is you're basically creating radiation, right? Also, just realized that my camera turned off. I also realized that I forgot to turn the other stream on like an idiot. So, to the people watching, thank you for sticking around. For, oh my gosh, nearly 20 minutes. It's been a while since I've done that. Oh, I also just realized that my camera isn't plugged in properly. I'm just all over the place today. Oh shoot. One second. All right, get it together. I know, man. I skipped one day, a stream. I'm already screwing everything up. So, the nice thing is that I don't keep the vertical streams public. I mean, maybe I should, but I just don't want to like cram things. That's better. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on like scuffing up these walls. I just partially don't feel like it. Okay. So we need this one. Select all of that. This. Invert. Go here. I just realized. Okay, hold on. I need to actually close this off. Alright. So that gap is actually closed, and then there shouldn't be any other gaps. Oh, except for here. That should be closable. All the others should be closable. Let's try that again. Down here. There we go. I feel like this should be more developed. That's good. All right. So there's that. And that page is basically done. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this page is basically done. I actually do like the way that the wall is there. Cool. Okay, let's call that good. So now, for this page. This page is gonna be hard. This is gonna be a really hard page because there's so much happening. There's really dynamic shots, like really like, you know, he's just like grabbing her, so there's interaction. There's open shots with like, I need to like make sure the knife is in view and clear in like the subject of it. Yeah, there's just a lot. going on here. I also need to make sure that the ship edge is here, and that's important for the next page. Okay, so let's... you know... I'm not crazy about this. The reason is because this, like, this leads you over here. And this panel... I don't know if this panel's necessary, honestly. I'm not going to get to it for a while, but I might just take this panel out because it's distracting. The reason I put it in is because I wanted to show him flipping the knife around, but that's not really necessary. Because you can see here, he's holding it forward, right? So it's like it's up, right? Holding it up, and in the next panel, he's holding it like this, right? He's like gonna stab it, right? The bottom left. The bottom left give me Jar Jar Binks. I don't know. That's on you. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think that's necessary. You know, it's my animation instincts kind of kicking in. Because in animation, you don't want to like leave most actions you want to describe, right? But in comics, you can kind of get away with like doing other things, like leaving up things to interpretation, implying actions. So I might just honestly just take this panel out and put this as a like transitionary panel. Maybe leave this white space or move it down. I don't know yet. We'll see. But all right, let's go ahead. Okay. I want to make the line work layer. And we're probably going to need more than one, but for now, we'll just that. But yeah, no, that's honestly, like, this panel's unnecessary. It's distracting and kills the flow. Like, I want this guy to look like he's just, like, not stopping anything, right? Like, there's no pause, there's no hesitation, there's no, like... The only thing that kind of saved her here was her hand was in the way, basically, right? And it's, like, he's just going straight for it. You know, this isn't a matter of, like, you know, the bad guy in the movie giving a monologue so the hero can show up kind of stuff. This is like spur of the moment. If something doesn't happen, she's dead. Okay. How do I do this? There's the barrel. Let me look at this other thing. Okay. So let's put a sketch layer. We're gonna put a sketch. Not a vector layer. We're gonna put a sketch layer because I have an idea to make it more dynamic, and that's harder, and that's gonna take more time. But you know what? Friggin', why not? Why not at this point? I'm gonna bring in a grid. Where are you? I'm kind of trying to get used to this grid, honestly, because this one's actually usable on iPad. The other one isn't, which sucks because the other one's quite nice for just general stuff. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna use this one. Screw it. We're just gonna use this one. Means I need to that. I need to And change the color to red. It's kind of my color scheme is the layer I'm working on is black, or rather yeah, I guess layer that I'm working on is black. Any kind of like guide layer is red. And yo, Dexback, good to see you. Stopping by. And then the kind of other layer, the mock layer is kind of normal. How's the drawing going? Slow. I'm a doggone turtle when it comes to this stuff. And actually, I don't want monochrome on the sketch, and I want the tilt pencil. So this way, I can be a bit more. And I need to box things out. I need to. So, and the nice thing about this brush is I can really carve shapes out with it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to give me enough to go by. And honestly, I can actually... I'm gonna make the box a little bit bigger. I'm gonna really exaggerate this perspective, and it includes his face. So he's gonna be right here. His head's gonna be like right here. I can overdraw. Don't be afraid to overdraw. What I mean by that is, going beyond boundaries of set, or even inside of certain parts of character. Draw through is usually what it's referred to as. But yeah, we just finished up another page, so this page. So this one's done, which my favorite panel is still good. I really like how this panel came out. I like how the hand came out, I like how the gun came out. The feathers, I'm okay with. I'm okay with how the feathers came out. But in general, I'm pretty happy with how this panel came out. Just menacing and disturbing, as it should be. And he's going to be like grimacing. Why wouldn't he be? Don't worry about detail later. Actually, I do want his elbow up. And what we can do is we can kind of a explosion of the powder kind of this way. This. We'll actually, I'm gonna like curl it. Part of me wants to like curl it like a wave. maybe something like that. Maybe even. Yeah. Like that, and then I need to. That's the body. Actually, want to have the. Goal? I want to get a goal. I'm getting ambitious with this, so give me a second here. All right, that was Sliff's La Planète Inexplorée. Um, what? I kind of feel like keeping on going with the Slift wagon here. So we will. Let's just do one. They should be cool to listen to. I think. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. I'm actually gonna make a touch. I need to take a closer look at this. There's a lot not right. In terms of geometry and such. This is definitely ambitious. But I do think it's better than the alternative. This felt kind of flat. I wanted this to feel energetic and a lot going on. Actually, but I'm going to replace it with more of a chaotic. I have an idea for how I'm going to render the line with the back of the box. Why am I so quiet? It's probably because, okay, 1 second. Probably because I'm not speaking loud enough. but also because my freaking audio thing's being done. Give me a second here. Alright, let's try that. See if that's any better. I probably wasn't speaking loud enough anyway. Trust me, I have a good mic. It's just my setup's a little touchy. What happens when you run into an old analog board all the time? Yeah, it just probably bad contacts. What I need to do is I need to tear down this board and clean all the contacts, all the pots and junk. Because what ends up happening is the right channel out, in particular, always flakes out. So you're getting only half the audio. It always sucks. So what I have to do is I have to fiddle with the knob and then make a good amount of noise into the mic. So I had to mute there so that I wouldn't blow you guys' eardrums. And the camera keeps... It's a commitment, I tell you. Working with equipment from this age. There we go, I'm back. Honestly, like, I have a camcorder from 1994 that would probably work better than this old Canon. It's not doing too hot. I don't know why it's powering off. I think it's just old and cranky. And basically what I'm thinking of doing for this is doing a like light rendering of the geometry of the box behind the sand as if it's, you know, being cut off by kind of this mist. Effective mist. Me and the camera have a lot in common. Sometimes I think we all can relate to an old Canon, friggin', comm room device. To be fair though, like I've seen people with like more modern cameras and stuff like that, and I don't know, those seem just as cranky. And they're brand new, because it's like, oh, my battery is low. It's like, why the frick do you need a battery? You have USB ports in them. I've seen that. It's like, it's dumb. Or, oh, my driver's updated. Now I don't work. You have to reset me up. Like, no drivers for this bad boy. All analog, baby. Plug and play, as simple as it gets. It does, however, have a port on it for connecting it to a computer via serial port. Now, some people, mainly people who are probably over 30 years old or like 40 years old, might know what a serial port is. Anybody below that might struggle to know what that is. Heck, I'm not even 100% sure what a serial port is. All I know is that it has it, and technically it can be used to essentially control the camera not remotely, but like, because it's on a motorized sort of system. So it can be like programmed essentially to move. Now, I would need the specific software probably and figure out how it works, but I might be able to get that up and running. I don't know. An actual floppy disk is it? Yeah, the old, what is it? Not 8.5. It's like 5.5-inch floppy disk. Well, wasn't the really old school ones were 8.5, weren't they? I mean, they just kept on. They were friggin' massive back in the day, and they got smaller and smaller as mediums tend to do. Man, that reminds me of one of the funniest jokes in Homestar Runner where Strongbad is explaining technology. 5.25, that's it, yeah. And 8.5, yeah, those are the old school. Those are the ones where you find them and it's like, oh yeah, this probably doesn't have anything on it anymore. 50 years will do that to you. But or maybe not quite 50. I don't know. Like, actually, yeah, mid-70s. Pretty sure that goes back as far as the mid-70s. Because by the 80s, yeah, you had 5.25, I'm pretty sure. Floppy disks are actually floppy, yeah. But yeah, so Strongbad's explaining technology, and he comes to, like, different formats, right? Different media formats. And, of course, he's still using DOS, right? Which gets funnier every year. Because like that was funny back in 2002 that he was still on DOS, and now in 2025 it's even more hilarious. But saying the pole position won't work on my Commodore 64. Now, if it was on tape, if you loaded the game off of tape, the tape is probably still good because tape's freaking awesome. I love tape. Like, tape is one of my favorite formats of all time. It's just fantastic. Even to this day, it's super useful. But anyway, so he's explaining different discs, right? So he, has two different floppy disks. He has a 3.5 or 3-inch, whatever it is, and a 5.25. It's like there's two types of discs: floppy disks and hard disks. And then Strongstad tries to explain to him that they're both floppy disks, and he chucks the harder one at his head. Half the machines you still work with are DOS. Yeah, that's honestly fair. Yeah, because you do like manufacturing, don't you, or something like that? Because it was the same thing for me when I was working on the assembly line. And yeah, all the terminals. I don't know if it was DOS. It might have been like some kind of like Unix or Linux or something like that. You do literally have pole position in the Commodore. Is it on floppy disk? Or is it on tape? Industrial lasers. Oh, that makes sense. Honestly. It's one of those things where it's like, if you don't need it, like, if it works, it works, I don't know, like, sometimes, screw it. You just want to use DOS for something. DOS assembly, yeah. Dude, I have to say, I think assembly's kind of awesome. Like, I know it's like a nightmare to work with, and I'm not a programmer, so like I'm freaking like naive as ever. But there's a couple channels on YouTube that will go into how like NES games work and whatnot. Of course, it's all assembly. And holy cow, I don't know. There's just something really cool about being able to see, like, oh yeah, the registries they're just going around. They're just going around and around and around and doing their thing, right? It's just like you're seeing the mechanics of the computer almost, Nice. 5.25. Let's go. Because yeah, the 3-inch, whatever, 3.5, whatever it is. Those are mostly in the 90s. It's so I've used a lot of formats, a lot of different ways over the years for a lot of different equipment and whatnot. I've never really honestly used floppy disk. The closest I got was a friend was letting me borrow his Roland D20. It's a keyboard, right? It's a rolling keyboard that had an actual floppy disk tray. It was actually awesome. It was for loading up programs and whatnot. But I never got around to learning the thing because it's freaking black magic, that thing is. It's some whacked out, crazy method of sound engineering, sound generation. I can't even remember. What was it called? It wasn't granular something. It was logarithmic. No, linear arithmetic. I think it was a linear arithmetic synthesis or something like that. It's some crazy system. Not your typical ADSR kind of stuff, you know. Save for you to learn how to program Pong and C++. Yeah, that's not a bad place to start, honestly. Is this stuff like? Isn't there a new C out there that's a new C language out there that's meant to really like be the next stage? What am I thinking of? Not Rust. I don't think it's Rust. I think Rust is based on something else. But it's something. Oh, value star. I see. That's fair. Rust is the new C++ but better. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I barely know this stuff. I just pick it up on like by osmosis. Every now and again I'll see a Fireship video come up and I'll watch it and be like, that's cool. I don't know what any of that. I kind of understand the like bare minimum of what, you know, like development look like, software engineering looks like, something like bare minimum. But man, like that's a whole world that I really shouldn't get into. I can barely do friggin' like CSS. Let's be real. I mean, I know everyone complains about CSS, but like, I think I'm particularly challenged by it. Change a lot of the basic Linux programs into the new Rust-based ones that are safer and faster. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Linux, man. One of these days when Windows so utterly like, devastates itself in its own stupidity and incompetence, that is when I will actually like. I'll have to learn it, right? Like. I'm not going over to Windows 11. I refuse. Come to the dark side. Dude, like, Microsoft is the dark side. I freaking hate them. They may have black magic, but like... not the evil kind. Besides, I'm not going to learn Arch. Just going to stick with, like, friggin' Mint or something like that. Best I can. Man, I just know that I'm in for a lot of inconvenience. That's the hard part. It's just setting up my environments. Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a headache. Until it's not. See, that's the problem, King Bob. I know just enough to get myself into trouble with the computer. That's my problem. Like, if I was like, oh, I want to check my email and crap like that, I could have switched over friggin' years ago. But no, I have software I need to run. I need to be able to run freaking CSP. CSP doesn't have a Linux-based distribution, like doesn't have a Linux-based program executable for it. Super simple. Yeah, that's it looks honestly the best because it's based on Ubuntu, isn't it? This distribution. But the problem is, even super simple to use for Linux is like a step above, right? Like, I still need to figure out how to build the I don't even know what they're freaking called. I can't remember. But like, give the libraries and stuff like that it needs, which is based on DB. That's right. There's so much history there. Good grief. But that's what I do like about Linux. It's like whatever you need as the end user, you can find it basically. Or if it doesn't exist, you can make it in theory. See, yeah, that's the hard part there, Diceback. I have seen people manage to get it running on Linux before, using wrapping it with wine. But I don't know how well that works. I don't know if it's gonna freak out the second I try to animate on it or anything like that. Clip Studio Paint, that's the big one, because even Toon Boom has a Linux distribution, which is crazy, right? And Blender runs perfectly fine on Linux, as far as I'm aware. And even like DaVinci Resolve works really well on Linux, because that company is freaking awesome. I love Blackmagic; it's such a cool company. But Clip Studio Paint is, made by some company over in Japan, Celsius over in Japan, and I doubt that they have any interest in building a distribution for Linux. And that's like the V program that I need to work, right? The other thing that I'm a little bit worried about is my PreSonus device. I have an interface. It's a PreSonus IO24, and I would really like to not lose that. So both hardware and software, which is a fun combination. Because that's a driver thing, right? That's not even like whatever, right? Yeah, see, I think I watched that same thing. So it is possible, but my only concern is how well does it run, basically. Like, is it able to handle, like, is it efficient? Is it, or is it going to get confused? Is it going to, run like absolute garbage, stuff like that. Because if it's like not able to handle stuff like animation and stuff like that from 3 months ago, honestly, it probably will work. Like, I'm not horribly worried about running Clip Studio Paint, right? I just don't want to do it right now. I don't want to switch over to Linux right now. What I really should do is I should spin up a virtual machine and play around with that. Get used to it. Which technically I already do. I already have a virtual machine spun up. But just dual boot. See, that's the other thing I'm thinking about doing is just dual booting. And just keeping things separated like that. And then the other factor is, I don't necessarily. It's not like, Windows is gonna or Microsoft's gonna stop support for Windows 10. It's just gonna shut it down. They better not. That'd be such a huge scandal if they did. Oh my gosh. So, it just means that it's not supported anymore. But even after support ended for like Windows 7, I know people kept going with that because, well, it's what they have, Has to have Windows. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay. Once again, the head's too big. I always make the head too big. That's alright. That's better. Back to drawing. I never stopped drawing, but yeah, just to kind of explain where we're at here. We're getting there. That's all I have. We're getting there, and time is it? 7:09, so we got time. I do like, so this is what we have, this is where we came from. So this was the basic idea, and this is what we've got now. I do like this a lot more. A little bit worried about the angle not making sense. Part of me wants to actually shift the knee in more. Might make more sense for her position. Let's see what that does for us. And thus kind of push the foot up. And this will be a bit more dynamic. This push this back. I actually do like that better. Hold on. Let me see something there. I do like that more. I think it's more dynamic, but the leg isn't quite right. Probably. So let's try and remedy that. That is awkward. Technically more correct. Maybe not as extreme. Hold on. Let's try putting it straight over. I want it to look like she's kind of like buckling in as like, because she's like ready to run. Like this looks too like she's standing around. She's not doing that. She's like ready to run. I want her to have this like ready to just pounce kind of look to her. I kind of like having the laugh out here. Let's look more dynamic. And let's yeah, okay, hold on. We got something going here. What a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity indeed. But that's okay. I like that better. I like something that's going on here. I don't know what, but I think something cool is kind of coming out of this. I think it's far more dynamic than what I had going. This is why you have a penciler and an inker and a colorist. I freaking swear. Because I still need to ink this thing. Oh, boy. The nice thing is that this one is a lot more straightforward. You ran past. I may change this one up as well, though. I don't know. This one's pretty straightforward. This one I think is solid. This one's solid. You can barely see it in a second. This one's solid. This one's solid. This one is also solid. I don't think I'll have to do anything with this one. I like the kind of like backed up kind of look. Maybe push this back, push this forward. Otherwise, other than that, nothing. This one I'm getting rid of. This one is good. I like that flow better. If we're just going here. This is solid as well. I'll need to like do some work with this because it's pretty rough, but the pose here's good. The framing of the knife is good. Her like being down below and everything like that is good. I'll just need to actually put it in perspective. Anyway, back to penciling because, you know, I need to be penciling. Honestly, like the more I work, the more I realize I can't just get away with like not penciling. Probably. My penciling is not the best. I wish I was a better penciler. Like, to be honest, like straight up. My penciling freaking sucks, honestly. As 8-year-old, what you would have said. Okay, I think I have enough to get by. Let me just check something else for that. Yeah, that's about correct. Yeah, it's correct enough. Sometimes it's actually okay to bend perspective a little bit, just to make it a little easier on yourself. How do I want to do this? Okay, so line work layer, sketch layer, blue. Won't need that. I'm going to put. I might put all of these guys on their own layer. The 3 layers. Let's start with her. I need to get her right. Okay. So let's get going here. Oops. Rough pencil. Oh, come on, YouTube. Dumb thing. It's a nice thing about watching streams that YouTube doesn't pause it randomly on you. Also, stream might go down here. We'll see. We're gonna find out. I can't remember if last time I listened to Slift it actually brought it down. I think it might have actually. That's why I haven't been listening to them on stream. That's why I usually listen to like Chiptune or Midnight and stuff like that. Stuff I know is safe. It is irritating when it just goes down randomly. Okay. Alright. Honestly, man, penciling, when I actually think the penciling through it makes it so much easier to ink. So much easier. Makes me think to myself, why haven't I been doing this the whole freaking time? It's like, oh yeah, I didn't know how to pencil properly back then. That actually legitimately is why I don't pencil on this comic. if you go back to the early, like, chapter 1 and chapter 2, and you look at how I did the comic, I did not pencil. I did thumbnails and then I inked. And the reason is because I, like, would make such clean pencils. Like, I started penciling for the comic. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, hold on, this is the kind of line work I want. Why don't I just do the line work first? So I hadn't developed the method that you saw earlier where it's just, like, kind of, it's quicker, right? Sketchy. I didn't do a lot of sketching back then. I wasn't very good at it. So I just would jump straight in and it would be a nightmare. And sometimes the line work kind of suffered for it, unfortunately. I can think of some spots where I probably should go back and fix them. Just get good enough. Yeah, pretty much. That's basically art in a nutshell. It's just like, get good. I don't know. I also just realized I probably... want more along not that, so it looks like garbage. Something like that. Smaller, the hands are smaller. Honestly, this hand's a little big. Hey, what's up, Kahuna? It's good to see you. Just me in the game. My only competition. The cursed of the game. I consider doing AI music during streams. Yeah, I'd get bored with that. I am the guy. Nah, I think out of principle, I'm just gonna stay away from AI stuff in general. I mean, honestly, that's kind of the whole point of this stream, is to show, you know, craft, right? Not necessarily to just be entertainment for the sake of it, right? It's to be kind of the experience of the craft. So listening to something like AI music would kind of be like counter to it. Yeah, I should listen to the craft. Oh, what can I say? My stream brings the thus out a lot. Increasingly don't want to use ours unless you know them already. Oh, yeah. Honestly, I mean, like, that's kind of how I see things going. It's just like more about just kind of personal connection, which it's always kind of been about. You know, there's a lot of like, you know, everybody's, oh man, you know, art's so competitive, blah 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 blah. And yeah, it is. If you want to live in that world, but like, there's a whole other side to it. It's about like the connections that you make, right? And if you are like the cool guy that people like and they like your work and stuff like that, they're gonna want to hire you, right? Not seeing the rest, nah. It should work. Yeah. Yeah, remember when that was the meta on Twitch? What a great platform, man. Man, honestly, like, I just learned that Twitch just pulled another really crap move over on people in regards to, like, particularly, like, in the context of speedrunners, where... freaked out for a minute, yeah. But apparently they're, like, just gonna start purging stuff if you have, like, too many videos saved and stuff like that. So, like, highlights and whatnot. And so for the speedrunning community, who it's like, oh yeah, I'm saving the stream or I'm saving this clip because it's a like a highlight moment or like it's a record or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, so I guess you're just gonna start like erasing all that stuff. That's great. We'd love to see that, you know. It's like, oh gosh. Ugh, no. We shall not separate. Twitch to live, to lie. Live life, whatever. No, I left the whole Twitch world behind. Which, like, it's still kind of a sore spot, just, like... Because, man, it used to be fun. Twitch used to be fun. But Twitch used to be so much fun. Back circa, like, 2016, 2017, 2018 even. Yeah, pretty much. But it was just kind of crazy to watch it like go from this like really cool place to like to give you an idea, like it used to be like raids used to mean something. You know, raids were like a big part of being on Twitch and everything like that. Like it was common courtesy to raid after you ended and whatnot. And then like it was a thing, you know. It was like it was really cool. It's a great way to discover new streamers and whatnot. But now it's like it just doesn't mean anything. And a big part of that is like the way that it's run is like, oh, I guess I'm gonna get a mid roll. Well, I don't want to stick around, you know, kind of thing. It's just like, yeah, it just doesn't want you to be there. It's like that's the best way I can describe Twitch. Is just like, I feel like they don't want me here. Like I'm an inconvenience. And the only thing that's gonna make me convenient is if they can friggin' milk me for like any kind of cash value or information or whatever, you know. How it really started to feel. And then on top of that, just the consolidation of categories. Just all the weirdness, yeah. No thanks. Met some pretty incredible people through Twitch stuff, so I won't forget that, I suppose. Yes. Egg. Your youngest thinks this is cool? Heck yeah. Thumbs. Thumbs, yeah. Did a solid problem with typing one line of code and not having to search for it on the web and download the exe run x86. Yeah, that was one of the things that really kind of blew my mind when I started getting into setting up a environment for doing Next.js. It was like, oh yeah, type these things into like Visual Studio or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, like where is it gonna get this from? This stuff isn't like local. So I type it in. It's like, oh yeah, setting up the environment, boop, 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 getting the files. Boop, 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 boop. It's like, yo, what? It's like, I'm like, whoa. But then you need to know how to use the terminal. And I have to admit, I like my UIs. Yeah, npm install, yeah. I did think it was pretty cool. This hand is not, no. No, this hand is not. Okay. Hold on, we have problems. Hand's all wrong. We got problems going on. Yeah, no, this hand is... I'm gonna restart this hand. I'm redoing this hand. This doesn't look good. What's up, animation? Every time, man. See, this is something that AI can't do. They can't look at their own artwork and go, yeah, that hand looks like crap. What do bad artists and AI have in common? They take criticism really poorly. Hold on. I'm just gonna like. Low bar, not wrong. Welcome to the animated moon streak. Better than AI. Actually, what I want to do is I actually want to like separate these two fingers. I mean, this is an awkward like position for the hand. Truth be told, you know, I think. Hold on. Let me just hold it here. Let me check something. Okay. There. Yeah, okay. Opposite. And she probably would grab the top. Okay, yeah, no, that... She wouldn't grip it from the bottom. So this is correct in terms of her grip. I'm gonna... You know what? We're gonna do this the proper way. We're gonna think with bones. Because humans have bones. They're not made of jelly, they are made of bones. Okay, so there's the top of the hand. So now we can figure out that. And we can start kind of laying out. Okay, there's the pinky. There's the ring finger. There's the middle finger. There's the index finger. And actually, we're gonna bring this up. This is a really important thing. You have to be able to think with bones. It's all about the bones. Humans have bones. And I'm actually gonna have the index finger. So the index finger is kind of interesting if you see like the way that it's used. It's like a guide for how the grip plays out. Whereas the other three fingers are kind of just there for support. The index kind of like is what really ultimately shifts the object in the grip. Holding up a board for the other karate chop. Yeah, not quite. He's not looking to karate chop. He's looking to just gun down. So. And we're actually okay, so now we have better concept. This that. Better. Indiana Jones has taught her well. Hi, can you read every word in the Sumerian script? Don't worry, it's not cursed. And then still kind of a big thumb. Yeah, hold on. We still have like what's going on. Oh. Such an awkward angle for this. Okay, it's still not a perfect hand, but it's better than it was. It's hyperbole. It's not really melting per se. It's just kind of burning. You know, it's kind of interesting. It's probably a question I don't want the answer to, in all honesty, but can human flesh melt? You know, it burns, right? But I mean, I guess the fat can melt. It's a disturbing thought. Okay. Let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah, what's up, Random House? Good to see you over on the vertical side. There. Hope you're doing well. ChatGPT system. Yeah, see, I figured. Because, like, flesh doesn't have a, like, melting point. It just kind of burns. I actually don't know the molecular makeup of steel. Come to think of it. You're back indeed. Welcome back, bro. I mean, obviously carbon, right? We have a lot of carbon in this, so I imagine that's some different, but... Here's what else. Molecular composition of skin cells. It's probably a lot of things, honestly. It's probably a lot of elements. Because, you know, cells are made up of a lot of elements. Will the game go into overtime? Oh. Am I racing the clock now? I don't know. Actually, I don't even know. Well, we're coming up to the end of the 2 hours, but I am going to go for a little bit longer, probably, just to finish up. At least finish her up. Because... keep in mind, we have all of this to do still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more panels, because this one doesn't count, because This is a dumb panel that shouldn't exist. This is a kind of basically a passing panel. I mean, it's not really, but it kind of is. Keep me updated on the game. Wow, now I'm kind of invested in the game. Uh, Well, YouTube has been complaining for a long time about me listening to audio that doesn't belong to me, but we haven't gone down yet, so I'm gonna say it's safe for now. That long? How long have I been animating? I mean, technically, I haven't done animation in a while. But in terms of when I first started, I started back in 2014, something like that. So over 10 years, off and on. Same with drawing, around the same time. When I really got into drawing was about the time I got into animating. I made my first short film in 2015. And then the last short film I made was in 2021, which is, oh my gosh, it's crazy to think it's been 4 years since I released the Blanking film, short film. That is wild. And then after that, I worked on a bit of Lackadaisy cleanup. But after that, basically after I finished up doing cleanup for Lackadaisy, I did one other project. I did my Otherworld little like microfilm. And then I've done one or two extra little things since then. It's 5 years after you were born. Wow. That puts it into perspective. That's funny. Oh gosh, I want to listen to Elder so bad, but that one I know I can't listen to because it's friggin' Orchard Records, and screw Orchard Records. Let's see, what else do I have to listen to? Dang, I kind of want more. Oh, well, this will do. This is old Slift. So we'll see how this is. I don't know if I've actually listened to Space Trip for Everyone. I think this might be before. This might be before Space is the Key, which is like their first album. But yeah, no, I've been doing this stuff for a while. That being said, I miss animating. Less than a minute? Oh boy. If it doesn't go into overtime, though, I'll definitely be streaming longer than the game. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I like this. Honestly, I really do want to animate again, and I'm grateful because there's a bit of a project I'm going to get a chance to work on coming up for me. So won't say anything about it, but I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure. It's been so long since I properly animated. I mean, truth be told, it's my fault because I'm working on a comic instead of animating. Like, oh yeah, work on this comic. It'll only take you a couple of years. 4 years later, I'm only about halfway done with it, and even then, not quite, probably. Actually, I think I'm halfway done with it. I'm gonna actually. You know what? Hold on. Going to overtime. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. But honestly, like, I really do need to find time to work on some other projects. Boy, oh boy, like, I really want to work on them. It's hard when it's like, hey, you could be working on the comic, you know, kind of stuff. And I do need to work on this because I need to get this done. Okay, let's go with that, and then we're gonna... Yeah, okay, that's how it works. All right. Something like that. All right. Kind of want to call it here, honestly. Got her done. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here. There's of course more to do, but it is getting late, and I do need to like eat dinner and stuff, so all that jazz. But that being said, I will hopefully be back on Tuesday for more stream and more fun and more lines, because lots of lines. And trying to think if there's anything else. Don't think of them. So hope to see you on Tuesday. Thanks guys for so much for making this a fun stream as always. So yeah, hope to see you back. Same time, same moon channel. And yeah, with that, I will catch you all later. Have a good night. Take care. See ya.